Hey everybody, it's rmbulbasaurlover here to do another Pokemon X and Y rant. And to start this one off, it's kind of a continuation of the last one, but kind of not really. This one has a lot more screenshots and stuff and more stuff. But so I'm gonna start by talking about the Kalos region, which is the American name of this area. First I'm going to talk about some stuff about just how it looks, like how it is shaped like France. If you, like my French teacher says, how France is like hand, and it's 5 points, which are your fingers, but same thing with how the official website says how it's shaped like a star. But so let's see, what can I talk about? Well, before I talk about where I think is you're going to be starting your adventure, I'll talk about I don't know. Well, for one, you can see how there's a bunch of rivers, yet unlike Unova, it doesn't seem like there's really any bridges to get across, so looks like there's going to be a lot of surfing in this game. The only bridge is really kind of in the center on the far right. And yeah. And if you notice, the far left has a lot of water, so it's a coastal area, and the central one barely has any, so it's the central area, and the far right is mountain area, because this mountain is, that's how the Pokedex is split up, which I'll show later. Now I'm gonna talk about where I think you're gonna start. So it's the bottom right point of the star. If you look at it, it's that little area there, I think, is where you're going to start, because then you go up on Route 1 to that building, and then you come out and you're on Route 2. And the reason I think that's Route 2 is it sees you can go into some sort of forest, and it's by a river and stuff, and usually you fight your first trainer battle on Route 2, and since you see this going into the forest there, is right here, when two trainers' eyes meet, a Pokemon battle must begin. If you look above where the text box is, this is obviously the first trainer battle, you can see a forest, which is why I think that. So it works well. Maybe that, but this is where you get to choose your trainer's hair and color. It's just the basic thing. Hair and color, that came out wrong. And here is where you get to customize your outfit and stuff. But then next are just going to be the female versions of this, but like, maybe that castle is the second Siggy just within a castle or something. Maybe it's just the whole Siggy's that castle. See, it's just the female versions of those. Now we're going to get into some Pokemon. So this is Pamcham, the naughty Pokemon. It's a fighting type. It's the cutest thing ever with the leaf. And this is using Parting Shot, Parting Remark, Parting something, where it lowers the opponent's stacks and then switches out, which is pretty cool. This is Helioptile, which is a normal electric type. It's kind of weird. It knows Parabolic Charge, which is like the electric absorb, I guess. So that poor Fletchling is gonna like die. Oops, I said his name. And this is Gogoat. Gogo is the same name as Japan, I think. But it knows Horn Leech, which is another type of absorb for grass, but physical, I guess. Now this next shot is a trainer holding its long horns, befriending it. That's what it says on the website. But the Riding Go-Go, and as you can see, it's in the same spot, just with the sprite difference. So thinking this picture wasn't that good of work. And this is Fletchling. It's a Robin Pokemon. It's really cute. And it knows Flame Charge, which is really weird. But yeah, you can tell that picture was just lazy because it's just a sprite change or physical change. But this is from the first trailer. I'm pretty sure this is that same area he's running from. But there's a extra car there, and then you can see like people talking. And this is all in Lumino City, which is the Paris of this. And Paris and Lumino City are in the same area if you look at the Kalos region as France. But this is just standing by a river, probably the Seine or something. But it does look like you can go in the Eiffel Tower thing. In this route, you can see the trainers holding the rollerblades, and then there's little people in the corner. But yeah, like the last two shots, you can see there's that kind of aura, light stuff of you being able to go inside the tower or the building. And this here is trainers sitting at a bench, or people sitting at the bench, which is cool that you can sit on a bench. If you look at that weird sign, though, I think it has something to do with your friends online and a map and stuff. And this is Route 2, which another reason I think that's where you start is the Route 2's by water, and this is by water too. And it's going up like most routes do, so it has to start at the bottom, so that's one thing. And this is walking through that grass and that same thing. It kind of looks the same. It starts getting darker, kind of, and you go up and there's that forest. And I don't know really if this is the same area. Probably not, but yeah. Diagonal is awesome. Really awesome that you can move diagonally now. It's obviously still not going to be 4 directions. It's probably going to be like Super Mario 3D Land, where it's circle pad controls, yet you can only move in 4 directions, up, down, left, right, and then the 4 diagonal. It's probably just going to be that. It's still grid based. It's not everything. This is just that same shot, just the farther up, so I'm not showing it that much. And this next would be the second city then, if you look at the map, which would probably be, or the third or second city or something. Maybe the first two are connected with a route intertwined and it's the same thing. But this is probably where the first gym is. If you watch a trailer, you can see the gym sign. And you can tell where this is compared to where I said the route was. And this is another area, and this female trainer standing by a hiker, which is cool. And this is a nice little area coming from this little forest arch thing with all the trees and stuff. I like how it looks, and then yeah, I really like it. And they're running, and this next shot's a female trainer on that same area, just farther down. But the bushes, I mean, it's all Pokemon has its thing. It's just different. Your Pokemon are in for a shock. This is that second forest I'm probably thinking about, like that first forest, kind of like the first game where you go through Viridian Forest before getting to the first city. But then you are challenged by Last Anna, and that's a cool starting intro. Or maybe that whole castle thing in the first thing is one city. But this is level 5 Chespin, which looks like it knows an elemental move. Same with Fang, and then it learns at level 8 rollout, so which is probably when it learned rollout is level 8. So when you get it, it's kind of learning elemental move, which is cool. Like Fennekin here knows Ember, which I'm probably starting with Fennekin for reasons you won't know. But it's just so weird. And then it learns Howl, which is a pretty awful move. But at level 11, it probably learns that. But just like fire types being slow growers. And then Froakie, the website I got this from didn't have level 5, but I saw it on the official website. The level 5 is a Bubble Beam, or just knows Bubble, and then it knows Quick Attack at level 8, which isn't that bad. It's a good move. And here's a wild battle. You start with the little fletchling there, after going through the grass. And then they're standing there. You can see the experience bar and the level and the HP and stuff, which is the first time you've seen that. And it looks like it's using Leech Seed, because there's a little seed. Then you throw a Pokeball, and when you throw the Pokeball, one of 2 things can happen. One is the fletchling can escape, as it did just now. And the other is that you could, and arg, almost had it. But the other thing that can happen is you can catch the Pokemon, which is pretty cool. It's nothing new, but it's pretty cool. Next are just a couple battles, and ooh, that poor Holeptile, it got hit with an Ember. I mean, haha. You know Ember at like level 20, and that's a level 20 Holeptile, and this is a Pancham getting hit with a Bubble. Poor Froakie knowing Bubble. Next is the sequence of where you start with your starter. And god, that Froakie is ugh. But it just really shows how Fennekin's the only one with the personality. His butt is a little bit to the right, showing a cute little doggy type pose, while the others are just kind of their normal artwork sprites that they've been Alright, and then this is the Pokédex. You can tell it's the two screens, just like before. And see, you have the three regions: the coastal, or the central, the coastal, and the mountainous. Which, if with the Paris being the star shaped, you can tell the regions. And I love how the central looks like the Eiffel Tower. And the actual Pokédex, which Chespin here, is weird. It shows us found in all regions or something. I don't know, but and you can compare apparently. But I mean, it really doesn't show much. And now, before I continue, maybe that castle in the corner with the building is all one city, and then Route 1 is going into the forest, and at the very end is where you fight that trainer. Route 2's on the other side, and then you go to the one city with the fountain where the first gym is, and then you go to the next route and stuff, and go through there, and then you get to the Lumino City afterwards, if you look at the map, and that's my rant of the video, even though this whole thing video is called a rant, but this is just like a really fast rant because I have something else to talk about. So I did research, like I did with the Wii U, to figure out when this is going to be released, approximately. So, for Black and White and Black 2 and White 2, in Japan, it's always been released on a Saturday, kind of in the middle of the month. North America has been Sundays, kind of the first Sunday of the month, and then European has been Friday. For Black and White, it was Friday, the first Friday, but with Black 2 and White 2, it was after Black 2 and White 2 in North America. And if you look at this, look at other fully released games everywhere, you can see that, like worldwide releases, the Wii U stuff was released in the order of North America, Europe, and then Japan. And so, knowing that, and when the dates take place, this is when I think they're going to be released. I think first it's either going to be October 5th, or Saturday, October 5th for Japan, or Sunday, October 6th with North America. In Europe, I'm pretty sure it will be Friday, October 11th, since it's been after us mostly, if you look at all the dates I've looked at. And then, so, I think Japan will either be Saturday, October 5th or 12th. In North America, I'm pretty sure it will be Sunday, October 6th. In Europe, will probably be Friday, October 11th, or I guess it could be Friday, October 4th, but it's highly unlikely, but it could happen. And so then I want to talk about the box arts here. They're a lot different than before. It's not just a solid color in back with the main Pokemon up front, but it actually shows the X and the Y, and it shows in the backgrounds that the X is found in the forest and the Y is found in the sky, which really, if you look at the map, it doesn't show much about that. But yeah, I hope you like this. It's definitely a rant where I did a lot of research for it, so if you watch this, you better share it with someone, because this is actually a really good rant. Gives some good information, good ideas, and yeah. So, I guess this is fitting to say, but thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and au revoir.